How's everybody doing? I hope we're doing wonderful today, tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing 09/07/2025. Okay. We're getting everything started now. Puerto Rico don't do nothing today. Tennessee will, in fact, throw us a bone. Tennessee will. Starting off wrong already. Everybody should know that these are catalyst states. You should already know that these are catalyst states. And even though Tennessee is not your first state, Tennessee is your first state. How many people know that the first will fall last and the last will fall first? The first will come first and the last will come last. It's always going to be that type of allegory, no matter how you look at it. It's going to either be 50 cents or a dollar, okay? It's either going to be $2 or $20. It's always going to be going up, not down. When you go down, I'm telling you, it's a total different thing to go down, but you should always be moving forward. And when I say move forward, you're moving forward from down here to up this way, not moving from up here going down here. This is also forward, moving from your right side over here to your left side over here. I'll give you a for instance on another illustration. So we got Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, Texas is taking a break on us today, but I want you to keep Texas in mind on everything that I'm talking about today. So, ladies and gentlemen, how many people want to just see how great you can be? And I don't want to talk about how great you can be. I want to talk about how great you are. I'm going to let you know right now that you are a star, because if it wasn't for you, I would not have anybody to display this to. This is quantum physics, what you're seeing right now. And I'm telling you that when you are observing quantum physics with your own eyes, it is supposed to amaze you. I get amazed at it every single day. And I'm going to just show you, because this is Georgia, right? Georgia, right? So we're going to take a look and we're going to say, all right, Georgia, what did you do for us, Georgia? Georgia. Georgia pulled 890. How many people see that? I got 37 witnesses right now watching the magic in front of them. You got 890 on 9/7. You got 890 on Sunday, 9/7/2025. Snapshot that for the fans. Let's make it a little bit smaller because they're starting to complain about everything that I'm doing here now. Okay, so I'm going to take you over into my Discord and we are going to see just what we did with your 890. I appreciate that love, and guess what? I need a whole bunch more. We should be on the TikTok right now, but I hope somebody's letting them know that I'm here doing my thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to show you, and we're just going to keep showing up and showing off. That's all we're going to keep doing is showing up and showing off. Ladies and gentlemen, the timestamp was on 9/4. We made the connection. Quantum physics at its best. Energy, frequency, and vibration. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot say that I am on fire when you see me displaying that I am that fire. Ladies and gentlemen, your 744 numbers don't lie. Boom, boom, boom. Ladies and gentlemen, all you had to do if you was part of my crew is focus on the top 5 3 digits. If you focused on the top 5 3 digits, ladies and gentlemen, they told us to put it in writing. They said, look, you can promise the first two big money patterns. What are big money patterns, you may ask? A big money pattern is a pattern of pairs, sums, or number combinations that just won't stop vibrating, that just stay at a vibration so high that the frequency of it, you cannot deny its divinity in its order. So again, I tell you, once you understand, overstand energy, frequency, vibration, you'll be able to see that these things will manifest from 9/4 to 9/11. I can also guarantee that it would go to your state, and also we got on there primarily Georgia, ladies and gentlemen. Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake, make no mistake. 890, we forecasted just like the weatherman forecast the weather. We told you it would fall straight. I promised. Straight big money pattern. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the big money pattern. I command the universe listens. This is Manifestation 101. Again, you can do this yourself. But again, I'm here to show you. I'm here to tell you. I'm here to explain to you. Just like the character that they claim his name started with a J came to warn and teach that you didn't have to look outside of yourself to see a heaven. The kingdom is within you all day long. Ladies and gentlemen, I promised that number would fall straight between the dates 9/4 and 9/11. 890. I'm going to see if I can do that right there on most of these for now on. 890, promised straight. right, all right. Calm down, calm down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to go over here. We see 9946, 9946, 9946, 9946, 9946, 9946, 9. Look out for 9846, ladies and gentlemen. Write down 9846. Write down 9846. Write down 9846. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep it moving. All right. And we got to make sure we're looking at the right number here, 9946, 9946. Let's grab that stylus for my ladies and gentlemen, 9946, 9946, 9946, 9946, 9946. Yeah, buddy. A lot of people don't even really know. A lot of people don't even really know. A lot of people don't even really know. A lot of people really don't even know. A lot of people don't even really know. Straight from the future with proof that I can see, hear, and feel the vibrations of these numbers. The truth was in 1252. So I'm going to tell you about something that happened to me yesterday. Yesterday, while I was absent from the body, when I got back, my blood sugar was at 62. For those of you who know about blood sugars, you should know that your normal blood sugar should be between 70 and 120. Ladies and gentlemen, I almost left this plane of existence to go on to the next one. So when I tell you that I don't need to do your state, and you're practically begging me to, it's almost like you're digging my grave. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you would see this between 9/4 and 9/11. I also guaranteed you would see this in your state, which was Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw the shit straight. I felt the shit straight. You might as well say I smelt that thing come straight. Straight. 9946, ladies and gentlemen. I promised that number would fall by indicating it. I said, look, which I promise, low key, those triple dollar signs are something to look out for. I practically beg the people to listen to me, but that's going to stop because here, this is where my energy lies in the truth. It can't keep trying to appease. It can't keep looking for people to see exactly what I'm doing. I validate my own work every single day. 9946. Again, when I tell you that I'm showcasing, I'm actually showing off. When I tell you that I promise a number will fall and you don't listen, shame on you. Promise kept. And it was a big money pattern. Again, I am the big money pattern that is making the connection. I am the program. I am the algorithm. I am it all. If you think so low of yourself that you can't do what I'm doing, there's no way that you'll be even close to even being able to think about doing it. If I didn't believe in myself, there's no way that I could present this type of work to you. I have to wake up knowing that most of my numbers will fall straight. The majority of my numbers will fall straight. A heavy part of my numbers will fall straight because I am that great. I am that awesome. I am the fire. I bring the fire. If you are with me, you're either going to learn from me or you're going to get burned from me. Straight up. I'm not coming on here to try to make people happy. That I'm not trying to do. What I'm trying to do is help people learn that if you can put a 5-year-old in front of me, I can teach them to teach you how to win the lottery. Not by playing the lottery, but investing in the lottery. The first two numbers, fire and triple dollar signs, is the key. Pretty soon, I'm going to have to break down and start using penguins and mice and, different things like that. Because in a minute, somebody going to know that a triple dollar sign means that that man ain't playing with that number. They're going to know when they see fire by one of my numbers. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, there is a magnificent force among you. That magnificent force is right inside of you, lying dormant. I told you earlier, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. You got to believe that in order to receive that. You got to know that there is a God inside of you that's wanting you to say, hey, I can do that too. If you let me, I can make your shadow work for you. If you let me. Ladies and gentlemen, from 9-4 to 9-7 is all you had to wait on a straight band hookup. Ain't that what y'all call it? Y'all call them bands. You know what I mean? If it really meant that much to me, I would just keep this information to myself. But what really means more to me is that you are more part of me. You are more part of me than I am part of myself. Okay, here it is for those who are not really understanding, understanding, and overstanding. Okay, I am the universe. I am the future from the future, bringing you the future real time. If you ever notice, I never change my line. Okay, so you can call it program, you can call it whatever. So if I was programmed to be the future, guess what? I was programmed from the future to bring you the future real time. And I do this every day without fail. And I prevail at this at levels that when I wake up, it makes me feel so good to know that I'm going to be right over and over and over again and again and again. Why? Because numbers don't lie. And I prove this every single day. 1252 told me, look, put 9946 on your list. Put it on there straight. Don't put it on there any other way. Don't add any other number next to it. Just put 9946. Put triple dollar signs by it because you know that they'll recognize that you're promising that individual number will fall straight. Is somebody listening? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's go check out Ohio. How many people are with me right now? How many people are with me right now? That's what I want to know. Because if you're not with me, you need to just leave. Ladies and gentlemen, you're 237, you're 237, dropped, you're 237, you're 237. Hold on before I write it in. Before I write it in, my friends, let's go check it out real quick and see what we can see. Let's go see what we can see because a lot of people are still not believing me. 5 hours ago, just five. Man, I'm telling you, boy. I am telling you. I am telling you. Now, watch the detail. Watch the detail and then tell me that numbers don't lie. Because I'm telling you that these numbers are not lying. They are not lying to me. 517 from North Carolina, ladies and gentlemen, told me, look, on 9-7, watch, if you just focus on the top 3 digits, they will manifest on 9-7. Also guarantee 1, 2, 3. Guarantee the number 3 number will fall straight. That's what you do. I know how to follow winning instructions. I know how to deliver winning instructions. How many people know how to receive them? Ladies and gentlemen, I did say that it would go to your state. I did say primarily in Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, I said that you would see this within the next 24 to 48 hours. I promise that you're going to see this number again. Watch this. So again, this right here is guaranteed straight for today. I got written proof. I put it in writing on 9/6. I did this from when 517 talked to me. Energy, frequency, vibration. They say, how does it talk to you? Energy, frequency, vibration is the best way that I can tell you. And then when I give it to you in the Discord, ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving it to you raw. I'm giving it to you promised and guaranteed only on the website. It takes so much time for me to put that stuff in there. And I know there's some people out there that's really listening, but there's a lot of people that are still not listening. You know what? The energy is being absorbed from all of these negative MFs. I'm telling you, it's being absorbed and transformed. And I'm telling you that when somebody is taken out away from their own time for manifesting their own stuff to come and try to take away from me, to try to prevent me from doing what I do best, there's something wrong with that person. So again, I make this look relatively easy. I'm leaving the body. I'm picking up the information. I'm bringing the information back real time. Sometimes when I get back, I'm in a danger zone. Sometimes when I get back, I'm just, I'm just trying to figure out what I got to do next. Because with the super consciousness going on, getting back into the body where you're back into your human consciousness, that human consciousness really just can't perceive the imperceptible. The human consciousness has difficulty perceiving the imperceptible. Some of you might call the imperceptible God because that's what you've been taught. But you got to know when there's divine blood going through your veins. You got to know that everything that you've been through and then you're still on top, from sleeping on cold basement floors, not surfacing only to just use the restroom. You got to go deep within inside yourself in order to find yourself. You got to go deep within inside yourself in order to connect to your higher self. A lot of times you don't even realize that it's your higher self that's punishing you. A lot of people will think about demons as being something bad. A lot of people don't even know that the same Joker that wrote that Babel wrote the book on demonology. And the way it's broken down, that a demon is really just a really high echelon spirit that can go either way. This demon has a lot of knowledge. All demons have a lot of knowledge. This is why they come here and try to offer it to you. But again, you have the ability to discern whether or not somebody is good or bad. You have that ability. The hair should stand up on you in a particular way when you are in danger. If it don't, it's just like that movie with Forrest Gump. Stupid is as stupid does. You're going to do things stupid, the stupid things are going to happen to you. If you're walking down the street, you see 15 people walking on the other side of the street. They look like they got weapons and they look like they drinking and smoking and yelling and screaming, and you still gonna walk in that direction. Something gonna happen to you. If you walk into a building and you get a funny feeling and you don't turn around, something gonna happen to you. You are supposed to be aware of these things. You are supposed to be aware what's going to happen when these numbers drop. I'm aware of what's going to happen, but the only way that I can be aware is I have to go into a world from this world. I have to leave the matrix. I have to leave this matrix and go into another matrix to keep all of the information that I'm gathering. And remember, I don't have pen and paper when I'm doing this. Okay? It's all spirit man doing it. Some people call it astral projection. Some people call it transcendental meditation. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, when they tell you that when you're absent from the body, that you're present with the Lord, that's a bunch of bullshit. You become part of that one consciousness again. So when you're absent from this body, you are the Lord. When you're absent from this body, you become God. Don't get it twisted. Energy cannot be destroyed. It's always going to be here. It's always going to resonate. It's always going to be transmutable. And it's going to keep doing this over and over and over again. Okay, so again, we're going to check out what we said. It was Ohio year 237 real quick. 237, 237, 237. Year 237, we said that we guaranteed that. Did I put that in writing or did I do not? 237, I guaranteed it. Number 3, let's see if I did that. Yeah, I did. Okay, so 237 guaranteed straight. Oh, we were supposed to be looking for that. It was guaranteed. I got to find it promised now. All right, so let's go back and check it out again. All righty, 237. First time guaranteed. Second time promised. Only thing is this goes from 829 to 94. Okay, so we know we don't have that straight. So let's go come out of that. I'm going to check out 273. We got a few on those. 273, 273, 273 promised. Let me see if I can go up higher. 273 promised right down there. 273 right there. Boom, boom, boom. That's as far as I need to be. I don't need to really go any closer to the number one position because all I'm doing is just showing off more and more and more. And it's just pissing people off instead of them learning that this guy can do the first two numbers and make it happen. How many people can see I can make these first two numbers manifest? Just like how when you wake up in the morning and you decide you want to have pancakes, eggs, bacon, toast, whatever it is that's on your mind, guess what? I'm manifesting what's on my mind. Numerology is on my mind, so I am a master numerologist, which I command what I want to see happen. I commanded 273 to fall in the number 2 position as a combination that when I tell you, look, 799 said, look, you can focus on this man's top 5 3 digits. Ladies and gentlemen, he said, which he promised the top 2. 1, 2, boom, boom, boom. Ladies and gentlemen, he also said that they will manifest. Pay close attention. Will manifest. Will manifest. That's my willpower to manifest. Will manifest. I didn't say may. I didn't say might. I didn't say maybe. I didn't say I think. I don't know how to do that shit. Ladies and gentlemen, I also guaranteed that you would see that number drop in. Where is that at? Where is that at? Is that Georgia? Nope, that's Ohio. I'm sorry. Let's go over here. Ohio. Let's go back over here and touch that right there. Ladies and gentlemen, I said it would fall between the dates 9/2 and 9/9, leaving a 2-day window for you to still get paid when that number keeps dropping. Okay, it's going to fall 273 next. You notice that I guaranteed it's straight. You got to pay close attention to the promised land. Promise kept. Proof. Number was 237. I guaranteed it straight, and I promised it would fall. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got your 4-digit 4221, 4221, 4221, 4221. Go over to the Discord. We just did 273, 4221, 4212, 4122, 1224, 1242, 1422, 2124, 2142, 2214, 2241, 2412, 2421, 4122, 4212, 4221. All right, so we have to go and see what's going to happen with that. We might as well look at Michigan now real quick before I log off. And where are you at, Michigan? Let's see here. 374. 374. 374. 374. If you would have ran this all the way up until the last day yesterday, you would have had it straight 374. Last day was yesterday 374. But watch this. So we just did 374. We're going to go 347. 347. We're going to go 437. 437. 95 to 912 guaranteed. Let's see here. 473. 473. 473 on fire. 473. Two numbers on fire. 473. 473. Ladies and gentlemen, designed to fall between 9/2 and 9/9. Today is 9/7. That was for Michigan, I think, right? Am I right? Yeah, that's Michigan. Now, let's go take a look at. If I'm finding them on fire, I don't have to go any further. 1268, 1268. 1268 after 473, 1268 after 473, 1286, 1628, 1682. That's a good one. 1826, 1862, 1628, 1682, and 2168, 2186, 2618, 2681. 22 hours ago, 22 hours ago, 22 hours ago, 22 hours ago, 22 hours ago. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen, 22 hours ago, and I get people still asking me questions. I'm not going to say that they're dumb questions, but ladies and gentlemen, I am teaching you, I am explaining to you over and over and over and over and over again that you don't have to invest in all of those seven numbers. Again, Ohio, ladies and gentlemen, Ohio will give you two states before, two states after. Ladies and gentlemen, 2681, your number two number. Watch out for 2680. Watch out for 2682. Promise kept. I got it in writing as proof that 5097 did not lie when it said that the combination 2681 was going to make its debut 96 to 914. So if you would have ran that for 2 days, you would have got paid today on a promise. I did promise that, ladies and gentlemen. If you look, he tells you to focus on the top 4 digits. Ladies and gentlemen, I promise the top 2. I said that they will. With my willpower, they will. With my willpower, they will. I don't think people are understanding, understanding, and overstanding just how powerful my willpower is. Ladies and gentlemen, I also guaranteed that you would see that number in your state and also in, where did that drop? Was that Michigan? Is that Michigan or no? Or was that Ohio? Somebody type that in for me so I don't want to lose this. Is that I'm losing train of thoughts here. Am I Michigan or is this Ohio? Is that 2681? Is that a Michigan combination or is that an Ohio combination? Michigan? All right, Michigan. Michigan it is. Boom, boom, boom. So how you like me now? We're going to go one step further though. So we got the 2681 in there. We're going to go 2816. We're going to go 2861. We're going to go 6128. We're going to go 6182. Watch out for 6182 for the return. 6218. 6281. 6812. 6821. 8126. 816 deuce. 8216. 8261. 8612. Write down 8612. 8621. I knew it. Guaranteed. Again, these are what you would call big money patterns. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving you the same numbers over and over and over. Who's listening? Who's paying attention? Who's writing them down? Ladies and gentlemen, at 11:26 a.m. on 9/2, I said that you would see this fall between 9/2 and 9/8. Today is 9/7. I told you, all you have to do, first thing in your mind, is to get all the other bullshit that you didn't learn about the lottery out of your head. Then you go to here and you say, look, this man, he says he's a man, but you know he's not. He's telling you to focus on the top 5 4 digits. Ladies and gentlemen, even though he's promising the top 2 big money patterns, he's sliding in there that you'll see if you focus on those top 5 4 digits, you're going to see manifest from 9/2 to 9/8, ladies and gentlemen, a guarantee of the number 3 of this number 3 combination. 1, 2, 3. Guaranteed to hit today with proof in writing. How many people know that that black sheep number is a number that you're going to be looking out for? That'll probably be the number that you'll see go to Tennessee as 1224 or 2241. You can also see it fall 2412. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take me a small break. I got to put some predictions together and get them uploaded to the website. Again, if you know how to follow winning instructions, if you know that when you join my group that you don't have to ask me what to play, you play the first two numbers from each of the catalyst states. There are seven. Today, there is only six. So again, had you been a VIP member, you would have been solid on these promises and guarantees today. Let me see here if I did any of those. I didn't even look to see, but I'm not even really concerned about those number ones today because it's just getting a little bit more strenuous with so many people emailing me, calling me, inboxing me from all the different platforms. And, like I said, it takes time to get this put on paper. It takes time for me to put it into the Discord. It takes a real heavy dramatic amount of time. And when I say dramatic, I'm telling you, I go through a lot of drama trying to sit still and focus on picking up something with a mouse and then dropping it off with the mouse and then taking it to another I'm taking it off of the Discord, moving that over to the website. Once I get it to the website, now I have to copy, paste it into different boxes. And these boxes make a difference because the way that I structure the way that the wins will show up on the website, you have to believe that they're going to show up and show out. Number one. Number two, specifically, fire triple dollar signs next for your promises. You should already know number three and number four, which is right up under number one and number two. I get asked that question all the time. Where's number three and number four? I'm like, duh. Come on now, y'all. That means you really should not be investing until you learn the terminology and learn. And when I say learn the terminology, learn exactly what a sum is. Learn what a pair is. Learn. I'm already teaching you what a big money pattern is. I'm already teaching you what a FBTN is. That's a followed by these numbers list, which carries those two numbers that I'm telling you that you should be only concerned with the top two. If the top two are too heavy for your budget, just go with the number one. Okay? You're going to win. And then when I say no matter what, that's basically saying that I promise that I'm going to do my best work. So you will see that happening. You will see that happening on a regular basis. All right, it's 1:47. I got to do these predictions so I can get them onto the website in a nice enough time. But for the VIP members, know that you'll be able to see them in the Discord first. So that's when you should act first if you want to catch, let's say, for instance, if you want to catch the North Carolina and forward, anything forward beyond that. Yep, North Carolina and forward. So again, I will see everybody at the winners table. There's no luck needed with this type of work that I do because I am actually making these numbers happen. Just like the weatherman forecast the weather to you, I am forecasting the numbers to you so you can win. You have to believe it to receive it. You don't believe it, you might as well just leave it alone. My great uncle Eli used to tell me, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Don't quit it till you get it. Got it? I got it now. I got it now. And I'm holding it and I'm sharing it with those who want to be a part of it. If you don't want to be a part of it, you can keep that negative energy to yourself. I'm absorbing it. And I already know that I'm doing my job if you're going out of your way to stop on your manifestation trail to come and mess with mine. Make it make sense to me because I'm still trying to understand, and overstand why in the hell would you come for somebody that's greater than you? Gotta be pretty stupid. You gotta be pretty stupid. That's what I would say. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to see everybody, each and every one of you, at the winner's table, providing that you're listening to me, providing that you are playing the winning combinations that I told you that you are to invest in. And when you invest in them, you want to do at least 2 to 3 drawings. I prefer 2 to 3 days because if you do 2 to 3 days, what will happen is your portfolio will start to look like this. 28 guaranteed. Out of the 28 guaranteed, 24 promised. You'll see 10 straight off of a portfolio with you running the numbers like I just explained. You'll see numbers like this: 45 guaranteed, and out of the 45 guaranteed, you would have hit 33 times promised. You would have hit 15 times straight. Ladies and gentlemen, you would have hit 8 times just using the number one number. Just using the number one number, you would have nailed the 6077. You would have nailed the 504 deuce. You would have nailed the 450 deuce. You would have nailed the 5839, the 2875. You would have nailed that 397, the 026. You would have nailed the 287. It just seems like they just keep popping up. Those are all number one numbers for those who think that playing 2 from each state is too many. Again, I tell you all the time that these lists are put together for serious investors. My Jamaican friends, they play every single number. They are serious about day trading lottery numbers. They are serious about investing in their future. They are serious about winning straight every single time. Ladies and gentlemen, they nailed that 9946 straight. They nailed 890 straight. They nailed 237 straight. They nailed any number that you see with a star on it because I promised it. They believe in Mr. Bascomb's promises. Okay, like I said, I'm going to take a small break. I'll be back probably, if I can, around about 3, which that'll have North Carolina, Florida, and moving forward, I might have New Jersey, Cuba, New York, and Like I said, when I come back on, I might even do a particular state after we see what they drew last, whether it be what they drew yesterday or if they pulled something on the midday side. All right. I love you all. Abundant prosperity in health and in wealth to everyone who follows me and believes in the hard work that you see me accomplishing every single day without fail.